I'm Lynette Zang, founder and CEO of Zang Enterprises, and we support sound money that's physical gold, physical silver, as well as community globally. And we need to get this done because what they have in mind for us is for all of our wealth, all of our everything that we own to be put on the blockchain, to be turned into an intangible instrument that is much more easily in their control. And even though I know that that's what's going to happen, there's some things that I just won't volunteer to make tokenized. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to show you what that means because this is a direction that we're going in very clearly. Before understanding the risk that you're facing, you really need to understand what tokenization is and what it's all about and how it could impact you. So this is an anatomy of a token. It has a core layer, which is the owner, custodian, unique asset ID, right? So they could tokenize anything. We'll get into that a little bit more. The system of origin or the issuance value, along with the services, which is a smart contract, which dictates custody issue methods, settlement methods, escrow methods, and regulatory methods. So this is the contract. And let me tell you, once we go to this level, you will have no choice. Things will be just done boom, like that. And who are you going to call? There's nobody to call if you're unhappy about something or something goes wrong. But what could go wrong? So tokenization is the process of representing claims digitally in the form of tokens on a programmable platform like a distributed ledger and the blockchain. And I can see a lot of good with it. I can also see some things that are not so good. The key characteristics are in that core and services layers. That's what determines the asset ownership and the governing rules. With physical gold and physical silver, there is no contract. If you hold it, you own it. Don't let them put it into a token, because then it becomes visible. Right now it's invisible. Even though I physically have this in my hand, it becomes invisible. Contract, the smart contract, so the contract automation, which makes it very easy to transfer those assets. And they've spoken about this in a lot of the work, meaning the central bankers, and they actually use this example. You buy a car and you miss a payment. Well, with autonomous driving, that car, you miss that payment, that car can just drive itself away and the ownership will, boom, automatically be transferred. You will have no choices. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't pay your bills. I'm just showing you how they're setting things up so that there is no room for any kind of, well, something happened and I need an exception. No exceptions. No exceptions. Atomic settlement. That means that all parts of the transaction settles simultaneously. So right now, when you buy something, then you make a payment. Two separate transactions, two separate moves. But with atomic settlement, boom, inside of a contract. So even if there's an error, I mean, you can lose everything just like that. And who are you going to call? And let me tell you, there will be mistakes made because there always are, especially till they work out all the bugs. Composability, which means that they can create a whole bunch of new products to sell you. Assets can be bundled to create more complex and new financial products. Yay! They can transfer your wealth so much easier because they can create a whole bunch of things that you do not understand. But hey, you think it's great anyway. Yeah. So bundling assets to create more complex, because what they have right now is clearly not complex enough. No, it's very complex. And new financial products. And then finally, fractional ownership. We've talked about this over the years so much. So tokenized products can be divided into smaller portions. So you have equity in your house. That house is put into a token. That equity rather is put into a token that can be broken down into little teeny weeny bite-sized pieces, right? Now you're carrying it on your phone and you see this boat that you decide automatically that you want to buy. Wow, it is so much easier to flash your phone, and then they would use the equity in your house to buy that boat, or sell the equity in your house anywhere around the world. So yes, it makes it much easier to take your equity once it is tokenized, to take your equity, commingle it with a whole bunch of other equity and sell it all around the world. And so at some point, without you even realizing it, because remember, perception management is a real program for governments and central banks. And that's about, these are their words, not mine, nudging you in the direction that they want you to go in. And what do they want? They want you to own nothing. Do they really want you to be happy? I don't think so. I don't think they care at all. So this is what lies in our future, and you need to be aware of it so that nobody can fool you. Because how many times can you be lied to when you do not know the truth? We have choices. This is why building a globalist sound money community is so critically important. Because as we make these transitions from one system to another, what also happens is a lot of chaos. And globally on average, because I'm 100% certain that what we're headed to is a hyperinflationary depression. Heck, even President Trump said we're headed for a depression, right? If we are right, you better have food, water, energy, security, barterability, wealth preservation, the community to hold it all together because one person cannot do everything, and shelter. You want to have a sustained standard of living. You want to retain your choices. That's what gold and silver and a sound money portfolio do for you. So I 100% know that together we can make a positive difference. We have a shot at having a say in this new system that they're building right now, but only if enough people in the world come together just by converting their garbage fiat money into sound money. So until next we meet, please be safe out there. Bye-bye.